Hi everyone, this is Arya. I was walking around the park just now and I thought I'd bring out the iPhone and just sort of explore some things that I've been thinking about. Um, Earlier today, I spoke with my dad, and he's in Africa. He's like in Angola, central western part of Africa. And he's a very smart man, very compassionate. And One thing that we were discussing that sort of made me think a bit was the difference between being an idealist and a realist. And for the most part, I've always thought of myself as an idealist because I didn't really conform to other people's views, um, and in a sense, it was also kind of a defense mechanism to accept what is, right? Um, an example would be I used to work at Cox Communications in the leadership development area and of HR, and the process was to research and develop the mentoring programs. And while I gained a lot of insight about the target audience who were participants in the mentoring program, I didn't take too much time to really understand other stakeholders, like my own boss and her boss, that sort of chain of command. And sort of I was kind of like rebelling against some superficial idealism that I'm not supposed to conform to, power structure. Where in reality, what I had to learn was to accept the immediate needs that are present to my work, instead of constantly resisting, right? So that's an example. But yeah, my dad always been known for being very practical, but also very sort of out of the box thinker. So I'm sort of now rethinking the idea of idealism, what it means to be a realist, and what I think about is Rumi, one of my favorite poets from ancient times in Persia, and he promoted the idea of seeking the real world. In a sense, just being present. The Zen, Buddhist philosophies of just simply being present without prejudgment. And even if thoughts come up, simply noticing them and letting them go, that whole bit. So I kind of kind of going back to that field of thought, simply noticing and being present, and that being a realist, not necessarily a pessimist, which is another way of thinking you're a realist, therefore you're not an idealist, therefore you're not really open to new possibilities. But that's so how we interpret things. So it's all sort of these different ways of associating meanings, but this is my take on the difference between idealism and realism at the moment. Yeah, hope everyone's having a great day. Safe adventures.